Welcome to another great video from Koala Gardens. You are in for a really big treat today. There's going to be some old koalas to see, Maxine, Jordan and someone else. And this video is brought to you by my patrons, particularly my alpha producers, Jeff Anderson and Rich in Alaska. Thank you hugely to everyone who supports me through sponsoring calendars, adopting in the loop, volunteering, doing stuff. And there have been a lot of adoptions this month. I think honeydew being available, that's gotten people's attention. So here's a really quick overview of what I got to see out through my kitchen window one morning. It started with Jordan sleeping in one tree, Maxine half awake in another tree, and as I watched and thought, oh look, I can see two koalas, Maxine came out of the tree, and look who came along. That one, if you remember, is Bullet. So he's going up a tree. Jordan's still watching. You can see the rising sun beautiful on him. Bullet's up in the tree. I've gone down and he's looking at me. Maxine is still hiding out. Jordan's still watching. And I think this is really good for thinking about male behaviour. Bullet's got some great things to smell up there. Then Bullet comes down and that really gets Jordan's attention. Next thing, Jordan comes across. Jordan gets in the tree. And now that's been 3 koalas in the tree over a very short period of time. So what was going on? Because there's a lot of smelling. You might remember I often talk about how koalas do everything by smell. And in the meantime, Maxine is just hanging out. Bullet went and hung out somewhere else. And I've got a story to tell you. And I want to acknowledge the Witjabul people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I am so proud to live, work and play. Okay, let's just set the scene here now. This is the first thing I saw was Jordan out on a limb of a branch of one of the big forest redgums just outside my kitchen window. Then I notice that Maxine is in another tree quite close by. Before I know it, Maxine has come down that tree, there she is, and she goes scampering off. And I think, okay, I guess that's about the end of it. Now, all of my video is always free on YouTube, so please help me out by making sure you always smash the like button, leave a comment if you can, make sure you've subscribed, hit the notification bell, and share my videos out to everyone you know. There's Maxine climbing into a young forest redgum tree, so she's going to just stay right out of the way while things unfold now. And looky, Bullet's come along. If only I'd known how much was going to happen, I would have just stayed outside, but I kept coming back inside and I'd turn around and look out the window and something new was going on. There's Bullet partway up the tree. For a little perspective, here's Bullet, and now if I look down to the east and just carefully zoom in, there's Maxine. Just sitting there like, I'm sure no one can see me. And Bullet continues on up into the tree, but notice how he is taking his time to smell everything he can along the way. Remember, Jordan is sitting in another tree nearby watching all of this. The spot where Jordan's sitting, he has that rising sun shining directly on his beautiful dark fur. What a lovely spot. He seems to be taking no notice, but I guarantee he's not missing a trick. And Bullet is looking pretty happy with himself being in that tree, while Maxine just laying low, hiding out in a good leafy spot. Surely they don't know I'm here anymore. And Bullet goes into full investigation mode, giving a good smell through that tree. When koalas move through the tree, both males and females, they will leave urine trails that give all kinds of information because it's full of pheromones as well as all of the smells that tell them who it is and whether it's a boy or a girl. Bullet's determined not to miss a single thing. Let's speed it up a little bit. It's obvious to me watching this that there are places where Maxine must have stopped or was deliberately dribbling urine, and Bullet is just focusing in on those spots. You can see how big that tree is, and after a while, down he came again. And just like that, it's like it was a signal. So, as I said, John was totally aware of everything that was going on. Now that Bullet's taken off, Jordan sits up, has a good look down, and what do you reckon he's going to do? And I bet you guessed it. Down comes Jordan now. Is he going to head towards Bullet, head towards Matilda, or head towards the tree that they've just both been in? He's making his decisions. And he's making his decisions based again on what he is smelling on the ground. Look at him moving cautiously, making sure he takes in every single bit of information along the way. It's almost like watching a dog checking out other dogs' urine scents. And now that he's got all the information he needs, up he goes, and watch him rubbing his scent gland on that tree now, establishing himself like, I am going to put my smell over the top of everything here in this tree. Thank you very much. This is such typical male koala behaviour. More than fighting, what we will see is the use of scents to give information, mark territory, claim dominance. And you can see his nose going, even though he's not got his nose to the bark of the tree, he is just smelling everything he possibly can here. He was smelling it all when he was back in the other tree, but now he's getting up close and personal with it all. It's fabulous how we can almost see the thought processes going as that nose is going, because we know two things that happened in the tree before Jordan got in here. And most of the time I come along, I don't know what might have happened previously to a koala being in the tree where I find it. I'll speed it up a little bit again, but you can see that Jordan is paying just as much attention to smelling every inch that he can as what Bullet was doing before. So there's obviously some great scents going on. And Jordan, of course, is now smelling both Maxine's markings and Bullet's markings as well. Wouldn't you love to know what all of those scent markings are actually telling Jordan? I mean, I certainly would love to. It's one of the amazing things about wildlife. No matter how much we think we know, They live a life that is rich in a different way to anything that we do. So truly understanding them without anthropomorphizing what we see is just about impossible. And finally, after a good smelling over, Jordan just sits back for a little bit to contemplate all of the things he's learned. And for all of that activity, first thing in the morning as the sun was coming up, this is where they each now settled for the day. Jordan stayed on that branch in the big red gum tree that Bullet and Maxine had both been in previously. Bullet settled himself into a pink bloodwood tree, and you can see he's quite cosy and comfortable in there, while Maxine, not very far away, settled herself into the young red gum tree and spent the day there. That night, all of them moved on. But what a fascinating lot of behaviour, and guess what? You have just made it to the end of yet another Koala Gardens video. I hope you enjoyed a bit of a blast from the past and some more amazing things about how koalas behave. Would you make sure you did smash that like button and write in the comments below for me, 3 koalas, what a treat! Thank you so much for watching. There is loads of great koala video coming your way very soon. And anytime that you're thinking about buying a new t-shirt, some coasters to put your glasses on, a pillow, anything, hop over to my Redbubble store and just see whether there isn't a design there that you love on exactly what you need.